All right, I just wanted to speak on the fight card tonight real quick. You have Battle Jack fighting Adonis Stevenson, and you have Joseph Diaz Jr. fighting Gary Russell Jr. All right, yo, I had already did. A lot of people were going in my comments for my old video for the Adonis Stevenson fight. Um, I'm gonna stand by what I said before. I like Battle Jack, and you know what? I actually want him to win because if he were to win, I think he would fight anyone at 175. But as good as a fighter as he's become, I think Adonis Stevenson and his left hand is just too powerful. You know, and I think when he feels that first left hand, I think that's going to make uh, Battle Jack slow down a bit. Like I understand that he's a pressure fighter, he's a worker. But when you take that away, and I believe Donna Stevenson is going to have him backing up at some point. I don't think he's going to be as effective. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Now, if Battle Jack can take his power and he can try to get this fight to the second half of the fight, if he can survive till then, I think at that point he's going to take over. Because at some point, Adonis Stevenson is going to show up old. At some point. Age is a factor. We haven't really seen it because he's still been knocking people out, but he hasn't been fighting the elite at 175. He's been fighting. Thomas Williams Jr. is a good fighter. Carpensy was a good fighter. Fafar was a decent fighter at some point. But those guys, it's been a while since Adonis Stevenson fought someone really, really good. You know, and there's a lot of good guys at 175 now, including Battle Jack. And Battle Jack seems to still be improving. That's what's the funny thing. I've been wrong about him. I like him, but I've been wrong about him. I was wrong about him in a fight with Darrell, okay? Because at that time, that was his first time really stepping up. And I thought Anthony Darrell was going to beat him. I thought Battle Jack had a glass jaw or whatever. I just didn't think he was going to do it. I wasn't too sure what was going to happen in the Groves fight. I wasn't too sure what was going to happen. I know, you know what? I picked against him against James DeGale too. And even though it was a draw, I thought Battle Jack won that fight. So I am been kind of sleeping on him. But at the same time, this is Adonis Stevenson. And Adonis Stevenson, to me, will probably knock out everybody that what's his name? Battle Jack been in the ring with, in my opinion. So I think Stevenson's gonna win this fight. I just think, I don't know, until he loses to someone, unless he fights Kovalev or someone like the very, very elite, I just can't really see Adonis Stevenson losing. I think his straight left hand is just too powerful. Whether he goes to the body with it, whether he goes up top, he will knock you out. Like, I don't know. Battle Jack is good. He's very, very good, and I think he can match up well against anybody at 175. But Adonis Stevenson, I don't know. As soon as he gets touched with that left hand, I don't see Battle Jack being as aggressive. But if he can really take the punches and if he could do well and go to his body and like really step it up in the later half of that fight, then I can see Battle Jack. I think someone's getting knocked out. I don't think it's going to go to decision regardless. I think Battle Jack is capable of knocking out Adonis Stevenson. It's been a very, very long time, and Stevenson has avenged that knockout loss that he has. But I don't know, man. I got to really see Stevenson get, like, I need to see him lose because Stevenson is a very, very good fighter. He's very good. I don't like the fight. I don't like the people he's been facing. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like him because of the fact that he didn't fight Kovalev when he had the opportunity to. And he hasn't really fought a lot of other people. He didn't fight Bernard Hopkins when Hopkins was still a champion. He never fought Kovalev. And, there's a lot of new guys now that he still didn't fight. But it's nothing personal with me. I think Stevenson is still better. He just got too much power. He's like how Wilder is, but a better boxer, I don't know, man. I got Stevenson winning this fight. Now, as far as JoJo Diaz and Gary Russell Jr., another fight that's really hard to call. JoJo Diaz is a better, a better boxer than the last few people that Gary Russell fought since Lomachenko. I'm probably gonna say that I think JoJo Diaz is the best fighter that Gary Russell fought since Lomachenko. Outside of him, I think JoJo Diaz has potential to be better than Johnny Gonzalez and the other guys that he fought. So I like JoJo Diaz. He's a good boxer. He got some solid power. He got solid hand speed. Of course, he's not on a level as Gary Russell Jr. He's a well-rounded fighter. Good combinations. Goes to the body well and everything. Good feet. Lying on his feet. He's a good boxer. And I think he's slightly bigger too. Gary Russell Jr. is not a big guy, but I just don't know. Gary Russell Jr. combinations, his power, and his hand speed. I just don't know if JoJo Diaz is going to be able to deal with Gary Russell's hand speed. I don't know. I think this is going to be a great fight. I'm actually going to my uncle's tonight to watch the fight. Well, not to watch the game, the NBA, because I've been heavy into the NBA playoffs this last few weeks. But I'm going to try to I'm going to probably bring my laptop and watch the fight at the same time. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a video off while I'm there because they're going to be wanting to watch the basketball game. But, yo, this is a great card. Like, both of these fights are really, really good. I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win this one. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to go with Gary Russell Jr. because I already know what he's bringing. JoJo Diaz, this is his first time really having this is his first real test. He's been around for a minute, but this is his first real test. And I think Gary Russell I think he's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be easy. If JoJo is able to hurt Gary and back him up, then he's going to be in trouble. But Gary Russell with his hand speed I think he's too much. I think it's going to be too much. And it really took a guy like on a Lomachenko's level to beat him, with timing and foot speed. I don't know if JoJo Diaz is on that level. He's not even close to that level in my opinion. So I got Gary Russell winning this one. I got him winning. I don't know if it's going to be a knockout or anything, though. I think it's going to be a war, though, for real, because JoJo is good. But that's how I see these fights going tonight, all right? But I got more videos on the way. I'm going to do a bunch of them before I head out of here, all right? So look out for more videos today.